श्रीमते राधा स्वामी। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी।
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 जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
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 यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी।
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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम
राम
राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
जय राधा गोकुलानंद, राधा गोकुलानंद, राधा गोकुलानंद श्री राधे,
Jaya Radha
नंद
Gokulananda,
राधा
Radha
गोकुलानंद,
Gokulananda,
राधा
Radha
गोकुलानंद
Gokulananda
श्री
Shri
राधे,
Radhe.
जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान, जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान,
Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman
हनुमान,
Hanuman,
जय
Jaya Sita
सीताराम
Ram
लक्ष्मण
Lakshman
हनुमान,
Hanuman.
जय जगन्ना, जय जगन्ना, जय भल देवा, जय सुभद्रा,
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva,
जय
Jaya
सुभद्रा,
Subhadra.
जय गौरान्विताय, जय गौरान्विताय, जय गौरान्विताय, जय गौरान्विताय,
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद,
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, नित्य गौरा हरि बोल।
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
प्रणाम संकीर्त यज्ञ की जय,
Jai,
शिल प्रभुपाद की जय,
Jai,
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
Jai.
जय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सगगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुतेर्देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome all for this evening session. Today I'm going to talk on the BhagavadGita text 13.16. Before I just pray to Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So let me read the text. Bahir antaschu bhutanam acharam charam evacha suksmatvat avijnanenam durastam chantik tata. Bahir antascha bhutanam acharam charam evacha suksmatvat avijnanenam durastam chantik. So synonyms: Bahi, outside; Antaha, inside; Cha, also; Bhutanam, of all living entities; Acharam, not moving; Charam, moving; Eva, also; Cha, and Sukshmat, on account of being subtle; Tat, that; Avijnayam, unknowable; Durastam, far away; Cha, also; Antika, near; Cha, and Tat, that. Translation: the supreme truth exists outside and inside of all living being, the moving and the non-moving. Because he is subtle, he is beyond the power of material sense to see or to know. Although far, far away, he is also near to all. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In Vedic literature, we understand that Narayan, the supreme person, is residing both outside and inside of all of every living entity. He is present in both spiritual and material world. Although he is far, far away, still he is near to us. These are the statements of Vedic literature. Asino dhuram virajati sayano yat sarvataha. Katha Upanishad 1.2.21. And because he is always engaged in transcendental bliss, we cannot understand how he is enjoying his full opulence. We cannot see or understand with these material senses. Therefore, in the Vedic language, it is said that understand him, our mental or material mind and senses cannot act. But one who has purified his mind and senses by practicing Krishna consciousness and devotion service can see him constantly. It is confirmed in Brahma Samhita that devotees who has developed love for the Supreme God can see him always, without cessation. And it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 11.54 that he can be seen and understood only by devotion service. Bhaktyatva Ananya Sakya. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna Prasad. So I wanted to talk about this shloka because it talks more about the Supreme Lord, how supreme he is, and also how devotees can understand him and how we can approach the Supreme Lord. So this verse is quite interesting. So I will just try to explain the translation, what I understood from this from the shloka. So the supreme truth means it's absolute truth. It's a supreme person of Godhead. Depending on the devotees, not devotees, depending on the person, somebody is if a impersonalist, he always worship on the effulgence of Brahmajyoti, the Brahmajyoti effulgence that is coming from Krishna's rays. Or if he's a philanthropist, or if he's a yogi, he tried to worship the Paramatma, which is inside the heart. Only devotees, they worship Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is the absolute truth. In Prabhupada, in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.11, where Sutadev was saying about the learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth, call this non-dual substance, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. And then in this here, Prabhupada wrote this purport very nicely. The absolute truth is both subject and object. There is no qualitative difference between there. This is very important. There's no qualitative difference between there. Therefore, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan are qualitatively one and the same. The same substance realized as impersonal Brahman by a student of Upanishads, as a localized Paramatma by the yogis, and the Bhagavan feature we only understand by devotees. And then he says in other word, Bhagavan, the person of God, is the last word of absolute truth. So if you understand this point, it's like always Prabhupada refer this sun god. So sun god is inside the sun planet. Sun planet, the rays out of the sun planet comes spread over the entire universe. So we could sense the sun rays. We could see the sun from a far distance. But this is kind of explanation. So Upanishad people who is impersonal Brahman, they worship the effulgence of the Paramatma, of the Bhagavan. And then the Paramatma is kind of surface of the sun planet that you can able to understand as if you want to look at analogy, it's more kind of Paramatma is kind of a surface of the sun planet. And then the Bhagavan who is inside the sun planet, the sun god. So you understand Bhagavan as the inside. So that's so devotees, they understand from the Vedic scriptures that we have to worship the Bhagavan because Bhagavan is the ultimate. If we can able to understand Bhagavan and Bhagavan's pastimes, then everything will reveal to us because Krishna will reveal everything to us. So if you understand this point, then the next point is that how he exists outside, inside of all living being. So furthermore, I forgot this point. Even I said about Srimad Bhagavatam, but also if you go to the invocation prayer of Ishopanishad, there also it says the Bhagavan is complete. The personality of God is perfect and complete. Because he is completely perfect, all emanation from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as a complete whole. Whatever is produced of complete whole is also complete itself. we look at this same purport, Prabhupada mentioned about the point here, the complete whole, which is supreme absolute truth, and the complete personal Godhead, realization of impersonal Paramatma. Same Prabhupada is trying to say the same point, how we understand the Lord. If we go into the even Brahma Samhita, as well the same point is referred here. I worship Govinda, he is a primeval Lord whose effulgence is the source of non-differentiated Brahman mentioned in Upanishad, but differentiated from the infinity of the glories of the mundane universe, appeared as individual, infinite, limitless truth. So here also Prabhupada is mentioning more about how the different school of thoughts see the Paramatma, see the Bhagavan in different aspects, the impersonal aspect of Godhead. So it is very clear that what is supreme personality of Godhead, the supreme truth. The next point to understand here is how he exists outside, inside of the living being. So we all know, to understand, the Krishna is the supreme personality Godhead, and as he has a lot of expansions that he undergo a lot of the expanding form of Krishna. It goes to Balaram, and then you have Sankarsana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and last one I forgot now. Vasudeva. So those expansions going to, and then Krishna comes into them, the Mahavishnu form, in the Vaikuntha planet, Mahavishnu form. From Mahavishnu form, he go into Karanadaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Shirodaksha Vishnu. So Shirodaksha Vishnu is the form that he is in the casual ocean. And then Garbhodaksha Vishnu,
Garbhodaksha is Kasha.
sorry, the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So I always get this confusion with the form. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, after further expansion, he comes and live inside our heart. And then inside our heart, he stay as a super soul. That's what Prabhupada is, that's what the translation is saying, inside of all living being. Inside of all living being means he is staying inside all the living entities as a Paramatma, as a super soul. And then this super soul is seeing what we are doing. And then he is always guiding us as a Chaitya Guru inside a body. So this is what sometimes we always say, that you should not act on your mind. You have to use intelligence, because mind is always very wavery. It may not give you a proper understanding, or it might deviate you from dharma. But if you started to hear about the Chaitya Guru's instructions, then it always brings you into the perfection of life. And then how he is staying outside of the living being, that in chapter 11, Krishna shows the universal form to King Arjuna. So Arjuna was a devotee, and then he wanted to see Krishna's full form. So Krishna shows the universal form to him. And also, if you understand universal form, everything is emanating from Krishna. I saw a verse from the from Isha Upanishad, where it mentioned this: although Lord is fixed in abode, the personal Godhead is shifted in the mind, can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Although in one place, he controls those who supply the air and rain, and he surpasses all on the excellence. So which means that Lord is staying outside in the form of, he is controlling the entire material creation, and also he is also in a spiritual world. So he is responsible for all the activities that's happening in this material world. It also mentioned here in Brahma Samhita. So it is undifferent entity, as there is no distinction between the potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creations of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universe exists in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that is scattered throughout the universe, and at one and the same time. Such is the primal Lord whom I adore. So this is the interesting point. So in his fullness, he is in every one of the atoms that is scattered throughout the world. So which means that Lord is present entire universe in a kind of, if you go into atom, even inside the atom of the atom, Lord is present there. If you look at the if you look at the dust particles, or if you look at any kind of small insects or small mosquitoes, whatever you see, Lord is present as a soul in that body, and then a super soul in the body. And then if you look outside of that, you can see that Lord is in water, Lord is in air, Lord is in soil. So Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita, that I am the taste in the water. I am the rain, I am the rain god. I am the one who gave the sun rays so that Jiva, so that the living entities can have a nice time here. He created the material nature. He created the lot of mountains, trees, rivers, and everything. Everything is Lord's external energy. So we are in the marginal energy. So Krishna is non-different from his energies. So we can understand that all this is happening from Krishna's energy, but Krishna is the one that really makes everything to happen nicely so that we can enjoy the material world. But this world is not for enjoyment. If you look on from the perspective of the philosophy, this is kind of a jail that we stay here. We think that we're enjoying, but we are not enjoying, we're suffering because we are under the control of this birth, death, old age, and disease. And then Krishna is also saying that he is in the moving and non-moving. So the non-moving means that you can look at the trees where Krishna is present in the moving and non-moving aspects as well. So yeah, in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Krishna is saying that I am the source of all spiritual material world. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotion service and worship me with all their heart. So this is also Krishna's one more time saying that I am the source of all spiritual and material world. So if you look at the Gita explains each and every aspects of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how he is present in this material world, how he is in spiritual world, how much he is guiding his devotees, how he is doing all the things for his devotees so that they can come back to Godhead. He is, other word is also because he is subtle, the sense that he is very intelligently doing things that we don't know. We think that we are doing everything, but within us he is doing even what we are talking. It's not because I'm talking, I'm just moving my mouth, but the Guru, Chaitya Guru inside me, that makes me to talk. Whatever the knowledge I have, it's all given to me by my Guru. Krishna gave it to me through my Guru. So this is the understanding, because Krishna is Jagat Guru, he is Jagat Pita. And if you look at the other text here, he is beyond the power of material sense to see or to know. So the materialistic people think that the Krishna's pastimes or just a man is doing some kind of mysticism in Vrindavan. But only a devotee can understand how he is doing all these things. What is the purpose of he is doing? He is doing, not doing for himself. And then the material sense to see. If I look at, from a science perspective, our material senses are limited. Our eyes cannot see what is happening in the backside. When eyes have a window which we can see from 400 to 7 nanometers, this is what we can able to see, the light rays. But what is happening below this or above that we can't see. Similarly, we can't hear anything more than 20 decibels. So anything is coming outside, we can't hear. Our senses are very limited. So with the limited senses, with the limited imperfect senses, we can't understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If somebody is saying that I can understand, that means they're just making some kind of some nonsense statement here. So in scientific world, we use different instruments to understand what is happening at the atomic level or subatomic level or in nanometer level. We use different instrumentations to understand how the nature is working. So similarly, to understand the power of Krishna, we need to have devotion. We need to have transcendental knowledge to understand how we can see the power of Krishna. Even that is also cannot be revealed because we had to be fully devotional. And Prabhupada is making in a commentary saying that you had to be very pure. Unless you are pure in your mind, in your consciousness, you cannot see Krishna. So to understand Krishna or to know Krishna, you need to have a high purity. Only a pure devotee can understand Krishna's pastimes. Like Srila Prabhupada, he was saying that when he was when he wrote the Krishna book, and then he always asked devotees to read Krishna book one more time to him. Because the devotees ask him, why you want me to read? Because I need to know what is there. Prabhupada, you wrote this book. Yeah, I wrote this book, but it's not I wrote this book. Krishna wrote this book. So I always want to read what he wrote in that so I can able to meditate on that. So this is the understanding that Prabhupada can see Krishna, what he is writing. We cannot see. We can see that only through our Guru's eyes. So the Guru is the one that help us to see Krishna. So if you don't understand, we can't understand Krishna's pastime just by our mundane knowledge. We have to understand through acharyas or guru paramparas. So guru parampara is very, very important. There is a Alvar in Tamil Nadu called Nammalvar. He was so much devoted to Lord. We know that Lord is giving everything to us, but Alvar was so much engaged in devotion service. He said that, Lord, you are doing a lot of things. I'm just praying that you need to have a very good health. He called Pallandu, Palayarth Nurand. That means he was blessing Lord that he has to live for a long time so that he can able to make the people happy. So this is the kind of devotion the Alvars will have. Alvars always think about Lord. They never think anything else. The only thing they know is only Lord. How to do devotion to Lord, how to serve his devotees. This is what their main intention is always about. If you look at our acharyas in our sampradayas, if you look at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, always when he go to Jagannath temple, he will just fall down there because he has so much love and devotion for Lord. He can't able to do anything. He's become so weak and he just stumbled and just fell because of the love and devotion to the Lord. And we can know the Lord only through our acharyas. So we have to read and we have to chant, we have to do a lot of smarana, we have to do a lot of kirtana. Then only we can able to understand the Lord. Knowing the Lord means someone say, yeah, I know, I read the book, I know what Krishna does, but that is just only a text what they read, but they don't have any realization. The realization will come only when they meditate, only when they practice, only when they hear about the Acharya's commentaries, how much they put their energy to write the commentaries for each and every verse. That is what our understanding. We have to understand the mood of our Acharya. So which means that with our material senses, we can't understand. That's what Prabhupada, the translation is beyond the power of material sense and to see and to know. And also last one is, although far away, he is also near to all. So this is like, we say like Lord is in Goloka Vrindavan. Of course, he's in Goloka Vrindavan. But when a devotee is calling, he's be there. As we know, even for not only devotees, even Gajendra, when he was calling, when he was in a time that he was going to die, at the time he was calling Krishna, please come. Immediately Lord is next to him, and then he accepts the flowers from him. So that is what, although he is far away, but when devotee calls, he will come next to them. So if we have that much devotion, Krishna will stay with us. You know about Prahlad Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj was struggling because his father, demon Hiranyakashipu, was trying to kill him. And every time Lord was helping, Lord was Lord is always there to help protect him. But when he got so angry, he was saying, "Where is your Lord? Lord is enjoying in Vaikunta." But no, then he said, "The Lord is in this pillar." When he opened the pillar, Lord Narasimhadev come in front of the Hiranyakashipu, and then he killed the Hiranyakashipu and protect Prahlad Maharaj. So that's a power of devotion. We look at Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, when he go for doing meditation in the forest, he was meditating very strongly, and then in 6 months time, and then Lord appeared in front of him. That kind of devotion he has, you can see the Lord inside his heart, and then suddenly Lord disappeared from his heart, and then he appeared in front of the Dhruva Maharaj. And then when Dhruva Maharaj saw Lord Narayan, he's just a small child. He don't know write any poem. Then Krishna helped him to sing a lot of poem, a lot of shlokas for Lord Narayan. So this is the power of a devotee. So if you think and then yeah, in this verse in Bhagavad Gita 10.9, the thoughts of my pure devotee dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So this is a very interesting, important translation as well, how the pure devotees enjoy on hearing about Krishna Katha. So Lord says that wherever my devotees are singing, wherever my devotees are talking about me, I will come and stand next to them and hear all this, what they're talking about me. It is not that he just wanted to be ego here. He just wanted to enjoy the nectar of what kind of conversations that the devotees have, because the devotees always relish the pastimes of the Lord, and the Lord will always like to hear and always wanted to enjoy with him. He don't like to stay alone in Vaikunta. He always wanted to be with the devotees. That's what he came to Vrindavan, and then he was just playing with all the cowherd boys and gopis and cows and everything, because he wanted to enjoy with the devotees, enjoy with them. This is what Krishna is all about. He don't wanted to stay alone. He don't wanted to seeing him as a kind of supreme person. Even though he's supreme, everything is happening under his control, but still he has his own way of enjoying. In the purport, Prabhupada mentioned he is always engaged in transcendental bliss. We cannot understand how he is enjoying his full opulence. He is full of enjoying when he was devotees. When devotees is there, he is always enjoying with the devotees. And then devotees main aim is to how to satisfy Krishna. In what way we can satisfy, how Krishna will be satisfied. They don't really think about them. They don't think about liberation. They think about how to serve Krishna. In what way we can save Krishna. Making nice garlands, making nice mukut, nice mala, everything, whatever they can do. Nice prasadam nice bhoga for him. So this is what he's always interested in. So this is how makes Krishna more happy. So if you are there, he's not far away from us. He's always next to us, and then he's enjoying with us. And so in this shloka explains more about how the Supreme Lord, how magnanimous Supreme Lord is, and how devotees are. And then if a devotees have a pure devotion, and then they show his love and affection to the Lord, and Lord always comes to them and always stay with them. Hare Krishna. I'm stopping here. Please forgive me. I didn't prepare much, so yeah, just my words are a bit trembling. Just please forgive me. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions, I can take questions now.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much. Lots of information and lots of knowledge. Yeah, nice Prabhu. So I just wanted to understand. I have heard in many lectures that Bhagwan has 6 qualities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you explain those qualities, please, if you feel okay? Yeah, one more thing, Prabhu. Same time, uh, so I received one message in WhatsApp from somewhere, and it says Sabd Viched for Bhagwan, explanation of Bhagwan. I don't know if it's right or wrong, or it's from impersonal personalist or who I don't know. Bha means Bhumi, earth. Ga means Gagan, sky. Va means Vayu, air. A means Agni, fire. And Na means Neer, water. So I don't know how much this is correct, this explanation about Bhagwan.
No, this I never saw this before, because according Prabhupada's purpose, Bhagavan means Supreme Personality of Godhead. We can also call some of the, like sometimes people call Bhagavan Shiva Shankar, Bhagavan this, Bhagavan that, but they are all not full in opulence. They may have some of the opulence, but not in full. So only Krishna has the full opulence. That's what he calls Supreme Personality Bhagavan, Supreme Bhagavan. Even we say, like, even someone say like Shanishwara as a Bhagavan, and then some planets as Bhagavan, but that is just they have some of the qualities because they are also part and parcel of Krishna. So they have some of the qualities, but not all the qualities what Krishna has. So what you have, this WhatsApp message, I think is just some kind of speculation rather than, I don't think there's any scriptural injunction for that comment, Mataji. That's my understanding, but Ratan Prabhu or Amok Prabhu can add something more to it. In terms of full opulence, Mataji, full opulence means like Krishna is full of wealth, knowledge, bliss, wealth, bliss, knowledge, renunciation,
Boiragya,
renunciation.
Prabhuji.
I forgot last two.
Boiragya, Prabhuji.
Vairagya.
Yes.
Yes,
Or
renunciation, Mataji.
renunciation.
Knowledge, strength.
Knowledge, yeah, knowledge, strength, knowledge, strength, wealth, bliss. I forgot last one. So Krishna has all these in full qualities, Mataji. This is what so Krishna knowledge. He's Jagat Guru. So he knows everything. Everything comes from him. So he is the one that gave the knowledge to Brahma, and then it comes through the disciple succession that we can hear this from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our Guru. So Krishna is Jagat Guru. So he has full of knowledge. He is the bliss. All the bliss is coming from Krishna. He is the wealth. All the wealth what we enjoy in the material world is all coming from him. So it's already there in the spiritual world, because material world is nothing but the reflection of spiritual world. So whatever is there in the spiritual world is all you can see in material world. So Krishna is full of knowledge. He's wealth. He has all the wealth, because Ashtalakshmis, all the Lakshmis are present in Vaikuntha. So Krishna has all the wealth. His annunciation, even though he created everything, but he don't carry anything with him. He's all detached from everything. His only thing is to be with the devotees and to have some pastimes with the devotees. Everything is all detached from him. I think you know this story when Parikshit Maharaj, when Brahmastra was put on this Uttara, at the time the Brahmastra was going to attack the Parikshit Maharaj. So at the time they were saying that if anyone is don't have any who is proper brahmachari, they can able to stop that. And then Krishna stopped the activity, and then he brought the life of Parikshit Maharaj. So we know that Krishna was involved in lot of his pastimes, Rasa Leela and everything. The mundane people thinks that Krishna is like that, but the Shastra says Krishna is doing this not for his enjoyment, not for his sense pleasure. He's just doing this all for his devotees. So this is the understanding from Shastras, that why Krishna is full of renunciation. And With knowledge, renunciation. Please, I forgot last two things, Mataji. Maybe Amok Prabhu can add this, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It is very beautiful, wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And also, just I also have got one question, Prabhuji. With regards to the Parikshit when he was protected by Krishna, so what did you say, Prabhuji? Like he was protected by Krishna as a any Naistika Brahmachari can only protect Parikshit.
Yeah.
And where is it, Prabhuji? Like, is it from Srimad Bhagavatam or?
Srimad Bhagavatam Prabhu. I was listening to one of the lecture.
Okay.
Maybe it could be I think from Srimad Bhagavatam, because I didn't read from the English things, but I heard from this from Sri Vaishnava commentaries.
All right. Okay.
I'll try to get the reference, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah.
And Hare Krishna, Prabhu. One more thing, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
In Ishopanishad, I think you shared this. I read that even powerful demigods cannot approach Krishna. So
Yeah.
are devotees that much powerful? They can approach Krishna more than devatas and all demigods?
Yes, Mataji. Devatas is also part and parcel of Krishna. They did some purva punya that they can get that position, but that doesn't mean that they can serve Krishna a bit nearer, but if they are not devotee, still they can't. So Krishna can only be tied up by his devotees. If devotees say, Krishna will come to them. He will never say no to that. There is one story which I recently read in one of the Alvar. So one of the Alvar in Kanchipuram, he was serving the Lord very nicely, and then one of his disciple, he was doing some service, and then he wrote, one of the old lady, she was a very sincere devotee of Krishna, and then she was very old age, and then when the Alvar's Shishya, when was helping her, she got her young body. So when he see that, the king was saying, "Oh, I'm getting old. I also want this young body. Go and call the Alvar to come and do the service for me." So, and then the Shishya said that my Alvar is not like that, because she's a devotee. He did, but he will not do for everyone. And then the king got very angry. And then he said, "Okay, if that is the case, I will put you in prison." And then that time, the Alvar was very angry. And then he said, "Okay, if the king is not like the devotees, let's go." At the time, he also called the Mahavishnu, who was lying in a snake bed. The king said, "Devotees shouldn't stay here. I'm going. You also come with me." So Lord came along with him. When the Lord went from the Kanchipuram, the whole Kanchipuram is become dark and no wealth. Lakshmi also went along with Mahavishnu. There is no wealth. Everything has become so bad. And the king realized his mistake, and then he go and beg in front of the Sishyas, "Please forgive me. I don't realize my mistake, what I did. Please forgive me." And then the Alvar was said, "Okay, he apologized." And then once he back, then he asked also Mahavishnu to come back also. That's why only in that temple, the Lord always lie from east to west, I think one direction, but in that only temple he is from left to right, because he came very fast, and then he just went along with Alvar very fast, and then he came back very fast, so he don't know where to lie, so he just lied like that. That is the power of a devotee. So if a devotee say, Krishna will follow. He never ask why and everything, because devotee is asking. The same thing he will not do for demigods. When Brahma was saying that Brahma was getting ego, he said, "What is this? This Krishna is coming here and playing flute. I don't really believe the Brahma Vimoha pastime." That time Brahma couldn't understand the Supreme Personal Godhead, and then Krishna punished him. Similarly, he did for Indra as well. Even though they are in that power, when they go, that when the ego comes up, then they lost the control. But devotees are not like that. Devotees always think about Krishna at any cost, at any time, any situation. They always think about him. That's what Krishna is always stay with them, because he's Bhakta Vatsala.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you did, Prabhu. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Sridhar Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, it was a wonderful session, and I like the roadmap, I like the flow, how you presented. Like, first you chatted with the technical things, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Then you followed like how without the mercy of Guru we cannot understand that. You explained, came to that, and ended up like Krishna is everywhere and devotees is very near to Krishna. So like that, I like the flow of the session. Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Thank you for accepting me. I'm not a good speaker. I'm trying to learn day by day, but one day Krishna will make me perfect.
No, it was very good, Prabhuji. I'm not an authority to comment, but still I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
And regarding Hemalata Mataji's question, can I add one point, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please.
It's like Mataji was asking if a devotee has more power than the demigods. So when we say an analogy for that, it's like in material world also, we, in case of India, we have a Modi government, right? So every other ministers all work under the instruction of Modi, but it doesn't mean that all the ministers or all the officers under Modi loves Modi or is devoted to Modi. They are obliged to work under the pressure, or they got a particular duty, so they are doing that. Doesn't mean they are completely surrendered to Modi. So similarly, in the universe also, Krishna or Vishnu is the supreme authority. So demigods also, if they are not a devotee, they are not devoted, they don't have that pure love for Krishna or pure love for Vishnu, it doesn't mean that they have more power than devotees. So a devotee, if they have the pure love, if they have the proper surrendering mode, Krishna is more dear to them than other demigods. So it's all depending upon the mood of that devotees. So that's why many times we saw in the stories also, sometimes they fall down and then they realize, oh, it was like that. So but in case of a pure devotees, like life history, whatever things happen, devotees never deviate from this path. Like whether life put any hurdles, any obstacles, devotees will be so much determined. They will not leave Krishna's lotus feet. So that is the difference. So that I just wanted to share one analogy. And regarding the supreme, what is the definition of supreme personality of God? I was just reading the Spiritual Master and Disciple book today. So I just saw one point. I think it will help. So this was the point. I hope my scene is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah, so here there is a point. It was like in the world there are many rascal gurus who give their own opinion, but we can change any rascal. A rascal guru may say, I am God, or we are all God. That is all right, but we should find out from the dictionary what the meaning of God is. Generally, a dictionary will tell us that the word God indicates the supreme being. Thus we may ask such a guru, are you the supreme being? If we cannot understand this, then we should give the meaning of supreme. Any dictionary will inform us that supreme means the greatest authority. We may then ask, are you the greatest authority? Such a rascal guru, even though proclaiming himself to be God, cannot answer such a question. God is the supreme being and higher authority. No one is equal to him or greater than him. Yet there may be many guru gods, many rascals who claim to be supreme. Such rascal cannot help us escape the darkness of material existence. They cannot illumine our darkness with the torchlight of spiritual knowledge. So here Prabhupada is explained like the God means the supreme being or the supreme authority. So who is the supreme authority? So he is not restricted or not ruled by any rules and regulation. He is the supreme authority. He can decide. He can just do whatever he wants. He's not at all obliged to any rules or regulations of anything. So that is Prabhupada always gives a supreme authority, supreme being as an explanation of Bhagavan. So as you
Can I add something?
sure, Mataji.
So, who is the supreme? What are the opulences? Mataji was asking, Hemalata Mataji. So there are 6 opulences, and the 6 opulences should be for Bhagavan should have all the 6 opulences in full 100%. Let's say you can see in the material world that some people might be rich, but they are not very strong. So one of the opulence is decreased. And some people might be having so much knowledge, but some might not have, but other opulence such as richness, wealth will not be there. So all the 6 opulence in one single person is not there. You understand? 100%. If you take Krishna, everything is in full. Knowledge, renunciation, and wealth, strength, everything, happiness, everything is in full. So that's how Krishna is supreme, we can say, in one angle. The other thing is, Lord Shiva is gods of demigods.
Mahadev.
That's why he's called Mahadev. So he has 78% of the opulence of Krishna. Similarly, the Brahma, because I think Brahma has 78%. Up to that level, only living Jiva can attain actually the opulence. But Krishna, he is in full. That's one of the difference between the demigods and Krishna. And moreover, if you see, Krishna is the one who has created all the demigods. So the eternity principle is present only in not eternity, like supreme eternity position, like how to say, like he has created the marginal potency. Of course, everyone is eternal in that sense, but Krishna is always there, like he is creating the jivas. So all the living beings are jivas, but Krishna is Bhagavan. So that can also be said, like every time, if you see Brahma, when he attains 100 years of old, then the whole universe is going to destroy. But for Krishna, it doesn't happen. So from Brahma Loka to the Patala Loka, everything is material, and all the demigods are devotees of Krishna, but their devotion is mixed mode of devotion. That's not pure devotion. Krishna is, that's why Krishna is supreme. Like even though they are doing service as a service for Krishna, but Krishna is not doing any service. What is Krishna is doing? He is always playing with the gopis and gopas, but he is not doing any service. But if you say take the demigods, like Indra, he is responsible for controlling the rain. Varuna, that's Varuna Bhagavan, through Varuna Bhagavan. And then sun god, he is giving the light. So in that angle, everybody has some duty to perform. Even the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, even the Mahavishnu, they also have some duties to perform. But Krishna is expanding to Balaram, and from Balaram, Sankarshna is coming up, and all the 4 quarter plots are coming up. So then from there, the material creation is starting slowly through them. That's why the demigods cannot be equivalent to Krishna. And Krishna, in this sense, Krishna is the supreme. The other aspect is when Krishna is 7 years old, he lifted the Govardhan hill with one little finger. So how can it is possible for any of the demigods? Have you ever read such type of strength? So Krishna, in that sense, Krishna is supreme, and he has all the 6 opulences in full. So person who has 6 opulences, 100% can be considered as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the answer. Sorry if you, I'm sorry if I have made mistakes.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's getting late.
Hare Krishna Mataji, it was a wonderful explanation, very simple, straightforward explanation. Thank you so much for that. I hope Hemalata Mataji is happy.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, yeah, very simple, and I understood in simple way. So yeah, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So, can I request any devotees, any other devotees have any doubts or comments or feedback for Prabhuji? Kindly share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, Ratan Prabhuji. Ratan Prabhuji, please.
No, please, you can do because you unmute earlier. Yeah, please.
And I was trying to request you to say a few.
Okay, thank you. So actually, to understand the God as a supreme God is we cannot quantify properly, but Rup Goswami, he has mentioned actually 64 qualities also. So, and Mataji also quite right. Similar, it was mentioned like 50 quality for Brahma. Sorry, 50. Then 55 for Shiva, and then for Vishnu or others avatar is 60. Then for Krishna is rest 4. Venu, Madhura, Leela, Madhura. There is other 4 only for Krishna. So this way it can be quantified. This is the one way. And second thing, we cannot make as a qualification of Krishna. It is ever increasing. We cannot giving with this number. And there is another thing. It is also Parashamani, he mentioned the 6 qualities in full, in always. That is it was mentioned already. In the chat box also it was mentioned. So these are the way to understand God. And another way, Mataji's question doubt, Bhagavan, Bha means Bhuvan, Ga means Gagan. Yeah, this is also a way to understand, because everywhere is God. This is 6. But although he is not in the, these are the material. The material place is not God place, but this is a way to explain. Wherever we can see, there is God. Wherever our eyes is going, there is God. This is also in the Bhagavad Gita also, chapter 6. It also mentioning 29 and 30. Similar. Sorry, I cannot continue. This is me. Yeah, this is the 29 and 30. Similarly, it was mentioned. Maybe I cannot explain more. Sorry for this thing. I have a little problem.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So wonderful, Prabhuji. It is very beautifully explained. And Prabhuji also mentioned about in the chart about one, "Oh my Lord, I whom am considered to be the best of the demigods and Lord Brahman, the great rishis headed by Marichi, are born of mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusory energy and cannot understand what this creation is. Aside from us, what is to be said of others, like the demons and human beings who are in the base modes of material nature, Rajoguna and Tamoguna? How will they know? How will they know you?" Yeah, that is Ratan Prabhuji's message in the chat. So it is very difficult to understand Krishna without devotion, and also coming in contact with Krishna, maybe. And also in the past, when we are reading on Thursdays Krishna Katha, so there any person coming in contact, so in his previous life they have been gone so many austerities and penances. Even for example, Kubja, she was a Surpanaka in the previous life in the Ramayana. she went for penances for 5,000 years to Lord Shankara, and then he gave benediction that you would become, you would meet Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga. So that is one thing. And like even the elephant or the washerman, and also there are so many people, Chanura and Mustika, they have gone previous life austerities, coming in contact with Krishna directly, and also Kuvera's children and one of Kuvera's assistant. So it is directly coming with Krishna. It is very difficult. Maybe demigods may go to the milk ocean and they pray for some kind of benedictions or to request the Lord to show mercy on them. But coming directly with Krishna, it is not at all possible. Even in Golok Vrindavana, the demigods, they cannot enter into Golok Vrindavana also. There only Narayana and their Parshudas. It is difficult for their Parshudas as well. Only Narayana only can enter there. And Lord Shankara and very few like Suri Narayana, Parvati Devi, very few people got, few gods only have got entrance to Goloka Vrindavan, not everyone else. So that is a coming contact with Krishna directly. It is not that much easy unless one Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavanamam Prapajyate. So that is Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. That is also mentioned. So it is understanding Krishna Tattva, it is very, very difficult. Maybe we understand Vishnu Tattva. So some many people, yogis, they understand it is partial realization. But the understanding Krishna in full opulences, we have to go through so many austerities and penances. So we have to give full-fledged 100% ourselves to Krishna to understand Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Actually, we have to, sorry, now I am going on. So we have to understand, we have to realize that is, we cannot understand Lord Krishna. This is no way, no way. Only by the mercy of Guru and his devotees with Lord mercy, we can understand him. So, but the point is, we have to, this is beyond our capacity. We cannot understand. That is why there is many examples. Brahma can, Shiva. No one can understand fully about Lord. Only His mercy we can understand. So that is why we have to surrender Him. That is the point. Whatever we are knowing, Brahma's life span, even also very insignificant. Brahma's lifespan is one breath of Vishnu. You know that. So that is why we have to understand Brahma's lifespan. We cannot count the number. Then we cannot imagine this number, how big number is. So how we can, that is the point we have to, at the end we have to understand. Is not easy, no way to understand. No way to understand him. So only his mercy we can understand little thing, but we have to surrender him. That is the point. Whatever we are knowing, whatever we are discussing, whatever we are getting our knowledge, we have to surrender him. Otherwise, there is no way. So this is has to be going on. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very nicely said. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. Bhakti is the only way.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ratan Prabhu. Thank you, Amoga Prabhu. So yes, I was hearing one lecture by Ratnath Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Ratnath Maharaj, in which Maharaj was saying that Sanatana Dharma followers are yet to understand and recognize the glories of Srila Prabhupada, what great thing Prabhupada did for the entire human society. So Srila Prabhupada gave Krishna to those people whose 14 generations of forefathers haven't even heard Krishna's name. So that was Prabhupada's glory. Their 14 generation forefathers haven't even heard the name of Krishna, but Prabhupada gave Krishna to such people. So that was the greatness of Prabhupada. And not even giving, they could completely realize and completely understand Krishna as he is. So that is only through the mercy of spiritual master and only through the mercy of devotees we can understand however we read, however we speculate, however we discuss, but we don't have that mercy means it is very difficult to understand. So that was the message that Prabhu was also saying. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you
So
so much, Mataji. It's nice that this discussion is quite interesting and very.
yes, thank you so much for bringing the topic, Prabhuji. So it was.
No, it's always very pleasure to hear this. Like we have different angles, and devotees will have different angles. It's always nice to hear this, because that is the nectar, actually, that whatever you think, but then you have different aspects, bhakti, which is all devotees is bringing that into the topic. It makes it more nourishable and more knowledge, more, it nourishes the soul. When you hear more about Krishna Katha, it nourishes the soul, which is very important for us. So thank you so much for the discussion, especially Prabhuji's and Mataji's. Humble pranams to all.
Exactly, Prabhuji. Everyone got their own realizations, as Amoga
Yeah.
Prabhuji always says. So yes, thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Ratan Prabhu, Amoga Prabhu. Everyone, thank you so much, devotees. So if there is no further questions, means can we move to the other part, like Narsimha prayers, and we'll.
Yeah, and any Mataji, Prabhuji would like to sing Narsimha prayers, I'm very happy to hear from them.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't join your whole class, but
That's okay, Mataji. You got the nectar. That's very important.
I got another class, yeah.
Yeah. The last honey bit you got it, so which is good.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Something like
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlad Ahlad Daini.
Prahlad
Hiranyakashi Purvakshah
Hiranyakashipurvakshakha
Silatankanai
Shilatankanakalaye
Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimho
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho
Narasimhamadin Saranam Prapadi
Narasimha Matim Charanam Prapate
Bhaye Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha I missed it. Ito
Bhaye
Narasimho Parato Narasimho Yato Yato Mitato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimho
Bahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho
Bhahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho
Bahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho
Bhahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho
Narasimhamadim Saranam Prapadi
Narasimha Matim Charanam Prapate
Tavakara Kamalavare Naka Adbhuta Singa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvringa केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
नवकर कमलवरे नाका अर्भुत धलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
जय
जय प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
नित्य गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि
हरि
बोल
हरि बोल
बोल कृष्ण
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, thank you, Meena Mataji. It was wonderful exhibition. Hare Krishna, Usha Mataji. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna, Nagaraj.
Sorry, Mataji, I had to just cut on my internet wasn't very good, and then I had to pick my son up, so I just left it halfway. Really
Hare,
sorry, I couldn't hear so whole, but yeah, it was very nice to hear whole Sridhar Prabhu. Sorry,
Thank you.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
All
Thank you,
my
Mataji.
Guru's blessing. Whatever I speak is all from Guru's. Try to
Hey,
improve myself.
Hare Krishna, Nagaraj Prabhuji. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for joining, Prabhuji. Looking forward for your association next week also. Yeah, thank you, devotees, for kindly joining.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhavaya
वन्देभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
अनंतकोटि
अनंत कोटि
वैष्णव
वैष्णव की जय
की
Srila
जय
Prabhupada
प्रभुपाद की जय
Sridhar Prabhu ki
जय
जय
श्री लॉर्ड हरि बोल
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And
Forgive
Mataji.
me, Prabhu. I did a lot of mistakes. Please forgive. Hopefully next time I'll do
It's
better.
very nice, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
No mistake, but it's a opportunity is to hear from you. It's very nice.
Thank you, Prabhu. You're so kind. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Yeah, I need to Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.